such a good little weatherino. You showed up for the weather on time. I gives you head pats. Pat, 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 pat. And foot pats for those who prefer foot pat. Pat, 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 pat. Shall we? National Hurricane Centers are tracking two different systems right now. Disturbance number 9 has been named into Tropical Storm Imelda, which is gradually strengthening at the moment. And Humberto is Category 4 hurricane, and it is going to produce dangerous surf for Bermuda and most of the U.S. East Coast this week, although it is not expected to make landfall at this time. We will keep an eye on it and let you know if anything changes, but the East Coast should prepare for some dangerous surf and dangerous waves. In the Pacific, Narda has become a remnant low. This is the last advisory for that storm. Disturbance 1 is the red X above my head. That is a 90% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days, so we'll keep an eye on that. Moisture associated with Imelda will support showers and thunderstorms along the southeast U.S. coast for the next couple days. A series of Pacific frontal systems is going to bring waves of showers and thunderstorms to portions of Northern California and the Pacific Northwest through midweek. Still having some precipitation on the map for the southwest, right above my big fat noggin. Be wary of potential flash flooding in association with these different pockets of rain for the southwest and western Texas. Unseasonably warm temperatures continue from the northern central plains to the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. Let's check those temperatures. East Coast, lots of high 70s to low 80s, except for on the peanuts, it's 89 and 90 at the tip. Midwesty poos, lots of high 80s and low 90s for you guys as that unseasonably warm weather does continue. Lazy poos, lots of high 80s and low 90s for us as well. Mountain states, a good little mix anywhere from the 70s to the 80s and cooler in parts that are getting rain and have higher altitude. And pretty cool for the Pacific Northwest there, some 60s, mid to high 60s, and then California seeing 70s and into the low 80s. Bright and beautiful on the Ross Sea in Antarctica is McMurdo Station, sitting at -4 degrees Fahrenheit with 0 winds and a real feel of +6 degrees with partly cloudy skies. No hazards highlighted on the hazards chart for the first 6 days of October on the Bering Sea. There is some potential of producing winds and high wind storm force criteria as a low is crossing the western and central Aleutians. However, given the remoteness of the Aleutians and their high tolerance for adverse weather, the short duration, when the deepening low will be capable of producing the storm force winds, have opted to keep the threat for now at a low rate. Heavy rain may impact localized areas, particularly of the coastal ranges at different times throughout this weekend and early next week, especially, but here too, we might not quite have enough moisture available to produce anything heavy enough to reach the hazard criteria. High temperatures today for Alaska, 34 up on the Arctic Circle, a lot of low to mid 30s for the most northern half of the state, including the coast and interior. For the mid part of the state, including the coast and interior, we're seeing low to high 40s and high 30s. 55 to 52 for the Aleutians, 54 near Anchorage, and 54 for the Panhandle. Hawaiiatarians, you are getting a small craft advisory for the Big Island and lots of Maui. Moderate to locally breezy trade winds are expected to keep the majority of the showers windward and Mauka during the next couple of days. Afternoon showers will develop over the leeward slopes of the Big Island, but most other leeward areas will be dry. Showers to increase slightly. Winds